Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I have today a special treat for you guys, a video concept that I actually brought over from Frankie Mobile, my Spanish channel. I'm deciding to do it here for Frankie Tech as well. Now, as you guys know, Xiaomi has released a number of phones in this first half of 2020, and it is becoming very confusing to know which phone is best for you at which price. Well, I hope today's video can help you out just a little bit understanding what, in my opinion, are the best phones in their respective price points. And so here we go, guys, the best phones from Xiaomi of 2020 so far. So we're going to do this nice and easy here, guys, with various price ranges represented in ascending order. And let's start with the best phone from Xiaomi for under $200. And in my opinion, that phone has got to be the Redmi Note 9. Now, the Redmi Note series obviously has been a big hit for Xiaomi in recent years, but I feel that this Redmi Note 9 has been flying a bit under the radar. And it's a terrific phone with a 6.53-inch display. And yes, one sacrifice you do need to make, this is an LCD display, but considering the price point, and actually the quality of this panel is pretty good as well, I can look past that on this Redmi Note 9. But on top of that, you have a well-built phone, a good design with a traditional fingerprint scanner on the back, which works fast and efficiently, the MediaTek G85, which offers kind of Snapdragon 665 levels of performance, I would say, bottom firing speakers, 3.5mm headphone jack, decent cameras for the price, but I do wish we had 4K video on this phone. And last but not least, I think the highlight of this phone is the battery, 5020 mAh capacity. This is going to be a 2-day phone easily, and so in my opinion, the best phone from Xiaomi for under $200 is this Redmi Note 9. But now we go to the next price range, the best phone for under $300. And I don't even need to tell you which one it is. You can see it already. It's none other than the Redmi 10X 5G series. Now, I have the Redmi 10X Pro right here, which is a bit more expensive. Talking about the Redmi 10X 5G, I still think that phone represents the best value smartphone of 2020. And at a starting price, entry level of $220, it's incredible what you're getting with a gorgeous 6.57-inch AMOLED display, excellent build quality despite the fact that it is one of those hardened plastic edges from Xiaomi, a solid audio experience with a single bottom firing speaker, and better than expected photos from this OmniVision OV48B. And there's my Desi beer, guys. And it's taking quality shots in low light, in daylight, you name it. I've been very pleased with this camera. And let's not forget the 4520 mAh battery capacity has been great as well. But need I say more, the main reason you would pick this Redmi 10X 5G series up is for that Dimensity 820 chipset. I've said enough good stuff about that chipset. I'm not going to praise it any more than I already have. You know how amazing this chipset is, and in my opinion, it is the best pound for pound chipset on the market. So if you're in the market for a sub $300 phone, you're going to want to pick up the Redmi 10X 5G, and eventually I think this Redmi 10X Pro will be available for under that price as well. But for now, hands down, the best phone that you can pick up for under $300 is the Redmi 10X 5G. But now we go to the next section here, best phone for under $400. And this was a tough one. There were a few kind of players here that I was considering, like the Mi 10 Lite and the Mi 10 Youth 5G. But in my opinion, there's no other phone that offers as well-rounded an experience this year from Xiaomi than this Mi Note 10 Lite. And guys, this phone's design is flagship level. It's offering that same gorgeous Mi Note 10 Pro design and experience with a beautiful curved edge panel. It's not for everyone, but at least you get much smaller flagship level size bezels on this phone. You do have a notch though, and you'll have to deal with a little bit of that color shifting, but the curve does allow for easier navigation, terrific audio and 3.5mm headphone jack, and a Snapdragon 730 that offers maybe not groundbreaking, but solid mid-range performance in 2020. And a Sony IMX686 that was taking really awesome shots and very steady video, a terrific set of cameras here on this Mi Note 10 Lite. And with a 5260 mAh capacity, there's no other Xiaomi phone this year that is offering better battery experience. From all the tests I've done to my Antutu battery test, this phone remains the champ of champs in terms of battery life. And with a 30-watt fast charger, you can get this phone from 0 to 100 in 1 hour and 4 minutes. An incredible charging speed for such a large capacity battery. Easily the best light phone that Xiaomi has ever produced, the Mi Note 10 Lite is your best Xiaomi phone for under $400. But now we're getting to the final few here, and now let's talk about the best Xiaomi phone for under $500 US. And there's only one option in this price range that we can consider, and that is the Redmi K30 Pro. Now I have the Redmi K30 Pro Zoom Edition here, and it is kind of the pinnacle of what this Redmi K30 Pro series is. But the base model of this phone, and even the 8128GB, is probably the ideal price point for most of you. And for a base price of 2,999 yuan when it came out in China, or $423 US, this Redmi K30 Pro just shocked the world, I feel, with how much value you were getting for a Snapdragon 865 completely bezel-less beauty. And yes, it is only 60 Hz, but I think once a lot of you realized how good a panel Xiaomi put into this phone, it became a non-issue. With excellent viewing angles, HDR10 Plus on board, and just a great brightness, this is probably the best 60 Hz panel that Xiaomi has ever shipped. And with a 4,700 mAh battery and one of the best single bottom firing speakers, one of the loudest on any phone this year. Now yes, I do know that there's that Poco F2 out there, and it is coming at a higher price point in that $560 US range, at least here in Hong Kong. And in that case, if you do want to pick up a Poco F2 for that deep Google support and for better overall band support in your country, then go ahead and do it. I still think it's a great value. But if you want the ultimate Snapdragon 865 affordable flagship of 2020, look no further than the Redmi K30 Pro. And last but not least, guys, the best phone from Xiaomi for over $500 US. And if you're considering phones at this price point, you are definitely more about getting the best of the best. And if you want truly the best Xiaomi has to offer so far in 2020, look no further than the Mi 10 Pro. Now the Mi 10 Pro has had a very interesting history when it comes to its pricing. In China, the Mi 10 series started at 3,999 yuan, so just over $560 US, but when it finally had its European release, a lot of you were shocked at that 999 euro price point. Here in Hong Kong, this is costing closer to $770 US, so it definitely is a pricey phone. But with that, you are getting, in my opinion, the best flagship phone that Xiaomi has ever released, with absolutely gorgeous precision level design, a stunning 6.67-inch AMOLED dot display, and it continues to be the only Xiaomi series that is offering a 90 Hz refresh rate as well, to excellent battery life, 4,500 mAh capacity, and a 50-watt fast charger, getting you from 0 to 100 in just 44 minutes, to dual bottom and top firing speakers. And guys, these are the best speakers I've tested on any phone this year, to that 108 megapixel main camera and a suite of cameras that I think are still the best that Xiaomi has to offer in 2020, and all powered by the Snapdragon 865, which just absolutely flies on this Mi 10 Pro. It definitely is pricey, and it is not for the budget conscious, but if you want the best of the best that Xiaomi has to offer in 2020, look no further than this Mi 10 Pro. But hit me up in the comments, guys. What are your picks for the best Xiaomi phones of 2020? Do you agree with my assessment of these phones being the best ones in their respective price points? And which is your favorite release of Xiaomi so far this year? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. Thanks again, guys, for all your support. Stay tuned for more great content coming, always here on Frankie Tech. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.